Hello, I'm Elizabeth Bonker, Executive Director of Communication for All, a nonprofit with the mission to ensure all non-speakers with autism have access to communication and education. I was honored to speak at the 2024 ADEA International Women's Leadership Conference and to be asked to share the part of my talk that reflects on my personal experiences as a patient. You are hearing a computer speak my words because I typed to communicate. Before we begin, just a few clarifications. When I say non-speakers, I include people who have minimal speech and those who may repeat words and phrases. And when I say typing, I include pointing to letters on a letterboard and pressing them on a keyboard. With the small but growing number of new typers, you may very well see us in your practices. We hope you do, because like others with disabilities, it is often difficult for us to get the care we need to live healthy lives. Thank you for being the leaders who are changing that. People like me need your understanding and care, because we cannot always control our bodies. I would like to share with you my perspective on some things that have worked for me in the hope that they might help other autistics get the care they need. When I walk into my dentist's office, I feel safe. Dr. Dhaliwal and her staff treat me with kindness and respect. For your new patients, you might offer them to visit the day before their appointment. It helps us feel more comfortable to sit in the dental chair and meet you and your staff. Believing in our ability to learn and adjust over time is critical to success. Dr. Dhaliwal speaks to me like I am any other 25-year-old adult. I appreciate that she calls the suction, and not Mr. Thirsty. Please just show us and talk us through everything that you're doing. Just like everyone else, we don't like surprises. We are trying to keep our acute sensory systems under control, and our dyspraxia sometimes makes it difficult to do what you ask us to do. It may look like we don't want to cooperate, but we are doing the best we can with our uncooperative bodies. Dr. Dhaliwal understands how to reduce my sensory overload by using her headlamp instead of an overhead light. I also wear sunglasses and she offers me headphones, but I prefer to watch videos on an iPhone while she works. My mother stays in the room and often holds my hand, which is not common for a speaking adult, but it can help a non-speaker because she can feel me flinch when I'm not comfortable. In fact, when I was small, I would lay on top of her in the dental chair because she could better sense when I needed a break. She also used to bring index cards with yes and no written on them, so I could answer questions. These days, I answer on my iPad. Because of our dyspraxia, you may need to give us more than one chance to get something done. For example, my friend Dan, who you met earlier, went to the dentist recently and spit out that small square of X-ray film that had been carefully positioned in his mouth. The hygienist, trying to accommodate Dan's discomfort, said they could skip the X-rays, but Dan's father said, "Please try it 3 times and I think you will get it." By the second time, he got it. If you try these approaches and the patient still cannot sit calmly enough for you to do your work, you may think of using nitrous oxide. Please consider something else instead. Many people with autism have co-occurring medical issues such as mitochondrial disorder or autoimmune disease that can make us vulnerable to its effects. Unfortunately, the vast majority of research that guides best practices has not yet been able to focus on contraindications for us. For example, an autistic friend of mine got nitrous oxide for an endoscopy and was sick for months afterwards. Nitrous oxide caused oxidative stress and regression due to his MTHFR genetic mutation. His father, a respected cardiologist, was not aware of this common occurrence in autism. If you do need to use general anesthesia, please remember a significant proportion of individuals with autism have mitochondrial disorders. When I was younger, I needed extensive work done and my pediatric dentist recommended using general anesthesia. My mother was concerned because virtually every anesthesia reduces mitochondrial function. The anesthesiologist listened to her concerns and used a single medication, midazolam, that I tolerated well. There is one other area where you can help people with autism live healthier lives. Research shows our bodies have difficulty detoxing heavy metals, so please encourage your patients to discuss which restorative material is best for them. With your help, I know we can make progress. Science is starting to give us answers to why so many people with autism suffer with poor oral health. Many of us certainly have difficulty with brushing and flossing, but new research is also showing us how our dysfunctional immune systems allow pathogenic biofilms to create more cavities than would typically occur. I currently use a product called Biocidin to eliminate these biofilms, but it is expensive. Please help us find more affordable alternatives. I applaud you for living a life of service. I know you will use your leadership in oral health to foster equality for people with disabilities. Please continue to demonstrate for others how to look beyond our differences and see the human beings who need your understanding and expertise to live healthy lives. And a special shout out to Dr. Dhaliwal. Thank you for helping us. If you would like more information about communication for non-speakers with autism, please visit us at communicationforall.org. Thank you.